In the big white crate there is the supercart large tank that goes up between your up between your legs and around the steering shaft. I don't know how many liters that is. It's big. It's a big tank, and all the parts for the Anderson supercart. No, not for sale. I'm going to build the Anderson cart before I ever think about selling it. I won't sell it in pieces. I bought it in pieces, and I got a good deal on it because it was in pieces. We don't we build them. We don't sell them in pieces. So over there's some Margay tanks. I told her when I was talking about the Yamadog putting different tanks on it. Those are literally brand new. I had them on the cart for one test day weekend, and they just weren't going to be. The capacity was not going to be enough. I didn't think. I mean, they did drain down together the way I had them plumbed and everything. I know there's 7 quarts a piece, but at like a Daytona, not going to cut the mustard. We needed a bigger tank, so we made an aluminum tank. Brandon Fry's Emic is there. I've got, man, I got everything for that. Everything is red anodized, and I won't even show you that stuff unless you're interested in buying the cart, because I'm not going to sell parts and pieces. I have an MCP. I think it's either a 4 or 6 piston rear caliper. Yeah, you guys that know, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like a CIK caliper. He didn't make a whole bunch of them. There's one in there, brand new. Never seen the light of day. Perfect, beautiful, brand new red anodizing on it. I have the brand new set of Paul Martin. I don't know the number, the model number that he calls everything by, but they're front brake calipers. They're just like a Brembo. They're triangular shaped like that. They're not red anodized. They are silver or aluminum colored, but they are anodized, hard anodized. Those are absolutely dead brand new, never ever been mounted or used. I have brand new, I believe, red MCP billet master cylinders in there. The big bore master cylinders in there. Brand new, never seen a drop of brake fluid. All that for the Emic. I've got 4 6-inch wheels and tires, 6-inch bead, brand new. I believe they're Douglas. They might be Van K wheels. I'm not sure, but they're absolutely brand new. The 4.6 fronts. I believe they're for the 650 Hoosier for the back. 6-inch 650 Hoosier that we run on our 125, because that cart was going to be a 125. I actually, we're probably going to get our video split in pieces here, but I actually tried to talk Christina Griffith into letting me build that go-kart for her 175. Just doesn't make any sense to run around running unlimited in a sprint cart. No offense, getting your doors blown when, especially at Daytona, that would be a perfect. I looked at the homologation sheet for the 175 and looked at and compared it to the gear ratios and stuff on each shaft in my Vortex, and they're literally identical. So I would know how to gear it. I would know what size circumference tire she would need to get full potential out of that cart at Daytona. I got a couple gallons of red gel coat just waiting down there to make her a nice sweet red body. She could put the Griffith logo on it. It'd be sweet. With all that red anodized stuff and the red anodized butterfly shifter and all that stuff, it would be killer. It'd be a great cart. I got it for a song. It really didn't cost me much of nothing. So there's some supercart parts over there. As you see, wing, seat, stuff like that. Seat's too small for me. I'd give that thing away. If you need a supercart seat, let me know. I'll bring it to the track. $20. It's an Anderson seat, I think, as well, or it's a PVP seat. I can't tell from here. Got some other parts and pieces from when we had the flat aluminum chain guard and backrest and flat seat in the lay-down shifter. We need to be held in place so our arms can move freely. And when your shoulder is up against the gas tank or up against a chain guard, you don't have freedom of movement like this. Your arm can't move between your body and what's next to you because your G-force has got you, pinned right up against it. So I like to be held in place with a seat. That's why we went ahead and did the flat bottom form-fitted seat. So that's really about it for up here. there really isn't much of anything else anybody else would want up in here. The new Mondo tank, the CIK tank like we've got, is for the Ren Speed, as you can see. I've got ignition cooling tubes and intake box, carburetor intake box and stuff for my cart. There's more junk up in here. All the supercart stuff is down there too. I got a supercart side radiator, a bunch of stuff. If I end up putting a 125 on my supercart, I won't need that, and it is an Anderson part, so I know it's worth money. You know, as we go, if you're interested in any of this kind of stuff, you see something that I'm not pointing out, just let me know. I'll drag it down. I'll click some pictures for you, and we'll put it. You know, if we come to an agreement, I'll put it in a box, mail it off to you. I don't need a bunch of money for this stuff. Like I said, I did a bunch of buyouts, buying about, and they just pile on. They want to clean their garage, so they pile junk on that was never part of the deal. But here it sits, right? So somebody has a use for these CRG pattern Douglas wheels. I don't, but I don't want nothing for them. I mean, you take the whole box for 20 bucks, man. I don't care. Put them to use. You know, I do have one more thing for you. Well, a couple things real quick for you to look at. Where are we at? Where are we at? Let me get my glasses on and we'll see how much time we're in already. It's got to be 20 minutes by now. So this thing will split into two. 24 minutes, wow. So we've got the little I believe it's a Vortex, right? Yeah, it's a Vortex. The little 60. I do not have a header or a pipe or a carburetor for it. It's got a fuel pump on it. It's not blown up. It does turn over. The inside looks good. It's got a clutch on it. Is the clutch any good? I have no idea. I'll take 400 bucks for that thing. This is got a 135 sleeve in it. It's a 100cc DAP that has a Greg Campbell 135 sleeve and a big old 135 piston in it. This is not for sale. This will sit here. That's a piece of history. We're going to hang on to that. HPV. It's actually a Richard gig. Me and him tied together on this thing here. I may want to hang on to that. If the Yamadog don't sell, we may put this on Lamar and run piston port with Lamar at Daytona. He's already given me the hot setup on gearing for Daytona for this motor. So I don't know. Let's just say we'd take I don't know, $400 or $500. I don't know. We'll see. We got carbon fiber M Factory West silencer, brand new. Never, I mean, we made it, we put it together, never been on a cart. Absolutely virgin, brand new. I don't know, we take 150 bucks for that, 150 bucks. Got a bunch of 40 millimeter sprockets there. The little stuff is for my Enduro, the 18, 19, what do we got? 19, 18, couple 18s and a 19, a 22. Those are pretty much for me. The 22 could probably go. 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28, and 29 it looks like. All those, they're only 40 millimeter though, but we'd ship them. Here's that other CRG pattern spindle mount wheel hub. We can throw you a couple of those. For an extra 10 bucks, we'll put them in the box with the four wheels, right? So we're looking at what? 35 bucks. And then of course we have, these were the rain tires that were in a trailer. These are I'm going to take the tires off because I'm going to get a set of standard bolt pattern. Yes, those are CRG Swift wheels and the hubs, right? I brought the hubs with these wheels to Mid-Ohio in case if I was going to run rain tires, I would have had to change hubs too, you know. I was saving these hubs and these wheels for the Ren Speed when I build up the Ren Speed. But you know what? It'd be better off just to get standard hubs. Actually, I think I have standard hubs over there somewhere in a box around here somewhere. 40 millimeter or whatever it is for the hub, brake rotor hub for the front of the Ren Speed. And I don't want to deal with this CRG thing. So, two Swift wheels with the hubs. I'll throw in the bead locks and everything. They look like they're in pretty good shape. I mean, they don't look beat up to me. Came with the kid carts that I bought And you think with kids they'd be beat to death, but they look like they're in pretty good shape. Hubs and wheels, $100. Let me know. You can't have the tires. I'm taking the tires off, but you can have the CRG, the 2 CRG wheels and the 2 hubs. $100. Let me know. That's it. That's it. I got the rib vests over here. Frank and Sean are going to come, so I really don't want to take any offers on those just yet, but it wouldn't hurt to make me an offer. We got the large and the medium. Like I said in the video yesterday, we're going to let Shawnee take his pick first. If he doesn't like either one of them or whatever, I'm going to try and see if one will fit on me, and then we'll let him go. Yazuza jackets, like I said, if you've got a youngster, one of these, this one I think fits my nephew right now, but that one's too small. You got a little guy starting in a kid cart and he needs a jacket, you don't want to buy him a $200 racing suit, you call me, send me a picture of you and the little guy or girl, and I'll send that thing to you for free. Absolutely free. And again, like I said, I've got a bunch of these in a tote up there. I'll bring them to the track and let folks pick through them for nothing. All this stuff I can either bring to Nelson, I can bring to Pittsburgh. Give me a buzz, we'll put it in a box and mail it to you. I don't mind. I don't really much care. But I need some room in here. If we're gonna build go-karts, we need room to do it. And right now, we're gonna get this cart finalized, get the seat figured out and in it, and get it ready. Hopefully, we give her a good shakedown run at Pittsburgh and get it ready, God willing, for Daytona. And then of course, I've already told you about these here. We don't get offers on this stuff here. I'll take this thing apart. I'll cut it apart. I'll cut it up and throw it away, or I'll cut it in half and make it a sprint cart. And we'll chase my nephew around the parking lot. We'll mount that flathead on the side of it. We'll cut the porch off. We'll just cut all the shit off, throw it away. But we need room. We need the room out here. Since I made the wife the she shed back there, trying to be a good husband, man. We just need more room. And we don't have time to lay concrete and add on just yet. So help me out. Help me get rid of some of this stuff. I appreciate it. Godspeed. God bless. Love you. I'm praying for you. Pray for me. I need it too. It's going to get better because Jesus is coming. They can drop bombs on Israel. Israel can drop bombs on people. They can bomb us. We can bomb them. Russia, Ukraine, Pakistan doing this, that, India, and all that stuff. Everybody's up in arms. Well, the sooner the ugliness gets started and ends, the sooner I get to go home, as far as I'm saying. Right, Randy? Right, Glenda? Right, Joe? Right, Elizabeth? So, Steve and Jan, all my Christian friends, we're selfishly looking forward to the end, actually. Until then, buy up some of this junk. God bless. I'll talk to you later. Hang in there.